Still, in small corners of the land, the old songs were whispered. The griots, the storytellers, carried memory in their voices. One day, they said, "Our drums will beat again." In the markets, the traders grumbled. Prices were fixed by men who had never planted a seed. In the villages, fathers sent sons to work on British rail lines that cut through sacred forest. The tracks glittered like silver snakes across the land. The elders warned, "A road that does not belong to you will one day lead you away from yourself." But the British were clever. They built schools and churches, not just to teach, but to tame. They said, "Education will make you free," yet they decided who could learn and what truth could be told. New leaders began to rise, young men who could read both English and the pain in their people's eyes. They wrote letters, spoke in meetings, and dreamed of a different dawn. But freedom was still far away, like thunder behind the hills. The old and young alike began to whisper a forbidden word: independence. In the east, where the rivers twist like shining snakes, the Igbo towns watched and waited. The British came with priests and soldiers, mixing prayers with orders. They broke the power of the elders and crowned warrant chiefs who served the British crown. The people were confused. "How can a stranger choose our leader?" they asked. But those who spoke too loud were punished. Still, in 1929, something changed. It began with women, market women who had grown tired of unfair taxes and insults. Thousands of them rose in protest. They danced, sang, and surrounded the offices of the colonial rulers. The British called it the Women's War, but to the people, it was the day mothers rode. Soldiers fired shots. Blood stained the earth. Yet their courage lit a spark across the land, proved that even the quiet ones could rise when pushed too far. That day, the river carried not just tears, but the promise of tomorrow. As years turned to decades, Britain tightened its grip. They joined the North and South together, two lands with different hearts, and called it one country. But it was not unity, it was convenience. Different peoples were forced to share one name, Nigeria. The British governors ruled from Lagos, sending orders like thunder from the coast to the desert. The people obeyed, but their hearts grew restless. Schools produced clever young men who could read British laws better than some of their rulers. Men like Ezekiel, Awolowo,